Hello and welcome to my channel, Exceedingly Good Reviews. This is my thoughts on video and my thoughts on AEW Dark from October 13th, 2020. 14 matches on this card, a 14 match card. It was nearly 2 hour long show, so you will have to bear with me. There's a lot to go through here. I'll go through it as quickly as possible and then give my overall thoughts on what I thought on the show. So, first match of the night, Fatal 4-Way match. This is quite new, quite interesting. Fatal 4-Way match on AEW Dark. Evil Uno taking on The Blade, taking on Frankie Kazarian, taking on Jungle Boy. Each individual comes out with their tag team partners, apart from Frankie Kazarian for some reason. They'll come out with their faction members, but their faction members all retreat and leave it down to these four in the ring. And these four have an amazing match. So much action. Jungle Boy is an exceptional talent. Some of the things that he does, jumping around on the ropes. He's standing on the top ropes at one point. I think he's got the blade. Evil Uno tries to sweep his feet. He jumps over it and kicks him while still standing and balancing on the top rope. I mean, this kid is amazing. He is a real top talent. Ultimately, a brawl. The Jungle Boy pins Evil Uno for the win, but a brawl starts afterwards because obviously the Dark Order come out and this brings out the Butcher, and then SCU come out and the Jurassic Express all come out, and it's just a big brawl, a big mess at the end. But the match itself was a very, very good match, very, very entertaining match, a belter of a match. Second match of the night, Cesar Bononi, we've seen quite a bit of him recently. This time teaming with Lee Johnson, taking on the Lucha Bros. Zero, Firo, Mickey, love it. Once again, Cesar Bononi gets a lot of offense in, being the big man, the powerful man. At one point, he's slamming, he's holding and slamming both the Lucha Bros, Penta and Rey Fenix. I mean, he's an impressive individual. I want to see him in singles action, though. I think he'd be better as a singles star. He is a top talent, I think. Could be anyway. He's got the strength and the look and the power. But ultimately, it's the Lucha Bros, and you know they're going to win, and they do win. The Lucha Bros win this match when Penta pins Lee Johnson. Quick-ish match. Quite a good match, though. So that was your second match of the night. The third match of the night, it's a Brandon Cutler taking on Peter Avalon. These two have had quite the feud going on recently. And this was a great match. I mean, Peter Avalon attacks Brandon Cutler early on. Brandon Cutler, what is going on with his attire? This man's been playing Dungeons and Dragons a bit too much, I do think, with the dragon mask and everything. Don't get me wrong, it looks really cool. But, yeah, Dungeons and Dragons, anyone? I think they want their outfit back. So, yeah. But like I said, this was a good match, quite an entertaining match. Apparently, all the finishes, they don't actually end up going to like a legit finish, like neither one of these individuals wins. It's the same case here. Peter wants to win the match by forfeit because he's, like I said, he's taken out Brandon Cutler, but Brandon Cutler manages to get into the ring and actually get some offense in, making it quite a decent match. This was quite entertaining. Plenty of offense. Both men use weapons at the same time. One of them's got one of those hexagonal something or other dices. You can let me know what it was in the comment section, because I can't remember the exact name of it. It was one of those dice with like 24 sides to it or something. Whilst Brandon Cutler uses a book against the librarian Peter Avalon. So they get both use the weapons at the same time and get double DQ'd. So once again, this match finishes as a draw. No clear winner here. Fourth match of the night, it's Matt Sydal taking on Sonny Kiss. Sonny Kiss, a great athletic individual. Matt Sydal, a risk taker. Once again, another athletic individual. Quite the technical magician, I think, as well. He ends up winning this match through a Cobra clutch, which he kind of transitions into another submission maneuver, and Sonny Kiss ends up tapping. So Matt Sydal wins this match. That was your fourth match of the night. The fifth match of the night, it's Aaron Solo, Angel Fashion, and Mbadu teaming together, the three men, taking on three members of the Dark Order, number 3, number 4, and number 10. And join the Dark Order. Ultimately, you know it's going to be the Dark Order that wins this match, and it is. 10 pins Solo after Solo, I think is his name, after a triple man maneuver, kind of like a swinging pendulum maneuver thing, and he ends up pinning him. So good for you, Dark Order. Dark Order, we love you. Join the Dark Order. That was your fifth match of the night. Sixth match of the night, Elaine Black. Now she's got a good look. As soon as she came out, I thought, she'd fit in being with Darby Allin, someone like that. I think they could work as a team together. They just kind of fit together. Elaine Black taking on Red Velvet. Brandy Rhodes comes out as well. She sits down at commentary to do commentary on this match. Obviously, she helped Red Velvet in the past, and Red Velvet has returned the favour and helped Brandy Rhodes. Like I said, is there some kind of faction beginning here, some kind of team forming? It is hinted. Elaine comes out with a mini coffin as well. That's quite nice to see. Darby Allin does the coffin drop. She's got a mini coffin. They fit perfectly. But ultimately, Red Velvet ends up winning this match. Red Velvet wins after hitting the Just Desserts maneuver. She wins the match. Good for her. Congratulates from Brandy Rhodes to Red Velvet. Red Velvet returned the favour and everything. Yeah, there's some kind of teaming going on here. 7th match of the night. Fuego del Sol. I did not realise how small this guy was until you see him next to Ricky Starks. And Ricky Starks isn't a massive man. If you see Ricky Starks next to Brian Cage, he looks small. But Fuego del Sol looked tiny. Ricky Starks, fantastic talent that AEW have got on their hands. Seen him when he was down in NWA. He was great there, and he's carrying it on here in AEW. He's a fantastic talent. He ultimately wins the match. Good for him, and he does a little bit of commentary in the match. He's that confident. He goes over to the commentary table and does a little bit of commentary and comes back, finishes the match, wins the match, and then after his match goes back to commentary to do commentary for a few more matches. So it's Rising and Max Stardom is the next match, taking on the team of Billy and Austin Gunn, the Gun Club. Well, you knew that the Gun Club was going to win this. It did look like a botched finish though, because everyone seemed genuinely shocked on their face when Austin ended up pinning Max Stardom. So I don't know whether there was whether it wasn't meant to have occurred here. It did look like Rising was trying to make the save, break up the pinfall. Did he just misjudge it and the ref ended up counting the 3 anyway? I'm not 100% sure, but at the end of the day, the Gun Club were going to win, surely, and they did win. Why are these two not higher up on the card? Why are these two not competing on Dynamite? Why are these two not spoke of more within the tag team title picture? Who knows? But yeah, so that was your 8th match of the night. Like I said, Ricky Starks is on commentary. Ricky Starks is still on commentary for the next match. It's Nick Comorolo. I probably butchered that name, I do apologise, but Nick Comorolo taking on Darby Allin. Darby Allin does not acknowledge that Ricky Starks is on commentary. Comes straight down, has the match. Nick Comorolo is a massive man, a very big, intimidating man, especially compared to Darby Allin. So you imagine he's going to win, but he doesn't. Darby Allin is obviously the biggest star. Darby Allin ends up winning the match. Good for you, Darby Allin. After the match, Darby Allin is leaving and makes a beeline for Ricky Starks, starts attacking Ricky Starks. Officials come out, break the two up, and Ricky Starks ends up leaving commentary, obviously. So that's a shame. I do like Ricky Starks on commentary. I think he's got a good voice for commentary and a great in-ring talent when he needs to wrestle. So he can do it all, apparently. That was your 9th match of the night. 10th match of the night. Colt Cabana with Evil Uno in his corner, taking on Griff Garrison. Evil Uno watches from the top of the entrance ramp, trying to give advice where possible. Also, almost interjects himself into the match. He throws Griff Garrison back into the ring at one point. Colt Cabana with the Billy Goat curse for the win. Submission maneuver, quite an interesting submission maneuver. Colt Cabana wins. Good for you, Colt Cabana. Your conversion into the Dark Order still continues. 11th match of the night. Kylene King taking on Nyla Rose with Vicky Guerrero in her corner. Once again, the Beast Bomb from Nyla wins this match. It's quite a quick match. Vicky Guerrero gets on the mic afterwards, saying that Nyla Rose, she's not going to compete anymore until she gets her shot at the AEW Women's title. She deserves it. I think she is number 1 in the ranking, or she's up there in the rankings. She says that she deserves that shot, and she is not competing until she gets that shot. So the ball's in your court, AEW, make this match happen. That was your 11th match of the night. 12th match of the night. Joey Janella versus D3. What was D3 wearing? I mean, he comes out, I'm guessing he's an Italian individual, comes out with like the Roman style helmet and the Italian flag, and he's got Rome tattooed on his chest. So, you know, if he's a proud Italian, I've not got a problem with that, but his attire just looked quite cheesy, I thought. It's okay though. He wasn't going to win. Joey Janella ends up winning this match. I do apologise if these last ones were quite quick in my little notes, my comments, because this was a long show, longer than what I anticipated. It was a 2-hour show, 14 matches. That's a lot to get through. 13th match of the night. Elijah Dean taking on Wardrobe, Wardlow, and Wardlow ends up winning this match. Absolutely dominates. He's a powerhouse, isn't he? So he ends up winning, pinning Elijah Dean. Good for you. Actually, no, sorry. Apologies, he doesn't pin him. I forgot. He knocks him out. Knee strike, knocks him out. The ref just calls it. Wardlow, you've won. 14th match of the night, and the final match of the night. It's Eddie Kingston taking on Baron Black. What can I say about this match? Eddie Kingston wins. There you go. That's my comment for this one. So 14 matches. Overall, this was an okay show. I think there was too many matches. AEW Dark, the last couple of times, it's been an hour and a half, which I think is acceptable. I'd prefer it if it was closer to just an hour. But an hour and a half, okay. Plenty of in-ring action, but maybe a little bit too much in-ring action. It was interesting to see that they had a Fatal 4. I've not seen a Fatal 4-way match on AEW Dark. Granted, I've only been watching it the last few weeks, so maybe someone can correct me in that in the comments and let me know when there was a previous one. However, this was the first one I've seen since I've been watching AEW Dark, so that was interesting to see. The 6-person tag match, I've not seen one of them. It's always been tag matches or singles matches. So lots of people getting ring time, which is also nice to see. However, like I said, it was just too long for me. The last few matches, I really just started to feel drained, and I just didn't write many notes on it. I just basically put who was fighting who and who ended up winning the match. Like I said, the knee strike, I only just remembered. I thought Wardlow pinned Elijah Dean. He didn't. He knocked him out with a knee strike. That's how tired I was. I was just in autopilot. It's like, oh, he pinned him. He didn't pin him. So yeah, plenty of action occurred, but it was just an okay show overall. I do apologise if that offends any of these hardcore AEW fans, but to me it was just an okay show. AEW Dynamite is fantastic, and there was some fantastic wrestling here. There's just too much of it, maybe just a little bit too much for me, for my liking. I do like that it's centered all around wrestling, which is good to see, but just a little bit too much. Like I said, trim it back, an hour and a half. If you can get it down to an hour, that'd be even better. That's a lot more digestible and a lot easier to get through. My belter match of the night, the belter for me was the opening match, the Fatal 4-Way match. Evil Uno taking on The Blade, taking on Frankie Kazarian, taking on Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy, you are a star in the making. I can't wait to see you ascend to the top of the card. It's where you belong. Where all of you belong. Luchasaurus, he's got a great look, so he deserves to be up there. Marco Stunt, maybe not so much, but hey ho. Take the whole faction up there, why not? This is a great team, and this was a great match to start the show. Like I said, it really got me hyped. It's just the 2-hour time frame. It just kind of started draining me as the night progressed. So, they're my overall thoughts on the show. It was an okay show. What are your thoughts on the show? Let me know in the comments, like this video, hit the subscribe button, and let me know what you thought of the show. Ultimately though, I just want to say, thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay classy.